Life with Ben, only on PTV.
It's been about 6 months since I started my initial try at losing weight during this pandemic. Not that the pandemic was a catalyst for me to lose weight, because I've been wanting to try and get healthier. Back then, before I started losing the weight, I was doing a lot of food challenges, including hamburgers and spicy chicken sandwiches. And you can tell by the look while I'm trying those sandwiches in my previous videos from about 6 months ago that I was a little heavier at that time. It had been a while since I'd done any type of sandwich challenge or food challenge other than the canned comfort food that I did a couple of weeks ago. But I wanted to see what would make sense for me for healthy options at fast food establishments. So I thought about it. I went, grilled chicken sandwiches. It's kind of a no-brainer. But then I went to McDonald's and I went to Burger King, and neither one has a grilled chicken sandwich option on their menu anymore, which kind of surprised me because I used to eat the grilled chicken sandwich at McDonald's all the time. After looking around, poking around on my phone, and making sure that I was going to the right places to at least get a grilled chicken sandwich, I did find 3. Some may be regional to here to Northern California, and others, you might be able to get them nationwide. But I wanted to at least try 3 options of grilled chicken sandwiches that you could find at a traditional fast food restaurant. And that's why I went to Wendy's, Jack in the Box, and Carl's Jr. Those of you on the East Coast might know Carl's Jr. better as Hardee's. But here in California, it's Carl's Jr. First up is Wendy's, and I've had their grilled chicken sandwich many times. I usually do it with a side of chili, but for the sake of just doing a chicken sandwich challenge, that is a grilled chicken sandwich challenge, I opted to do just the sandwich. This is the Wendy's sandwich. I'm already familiar with this sandwich, and it's a solid choice. It has a loose leaf kind of lettuce kind of option thrown onto it with tomato, I think some sort of spicy mustard sauce, which complements the chicken patty. But it's a good sandwich. Just by itself, it's actually a really good sandwich. It's really good. Next up is the Carl's Jr. barbecued grilled chicken sandwich. Now, I went with the barbecued because they didn't have just a plain grilled chicken sandwich like Wendy's does. It's really difficult to find just a regular basic grilled chicken sandwich at fast food restaurants right now. And I'm wondering if it has anything to do with restaurants simplifying some of their menu items because of the pandemic that we're dealing with and having fewer options to have to kind of find in the supply chain. Either that, or these restaurants were finding that their healthy options weren't selling, so they tried to push their full fat versions instead of the grilled chicken option. I do like a good grilled chicken sandwich, and I'm kind of excited about trying this one because I've never had the barbecued grilled chicken sandwich at Carl's Jr. Let's give it a try. This one requires a little bit of a napkin. There's quite a bit more, it's just iceberg lettuce on this one as opposed to the green leaf option that was on the Wendy's burger. There's tomato on here too, but there's a definite difference between the mustard that the Wendy's sandwich has and the barbecue sauce that Carl's Jr. offers. To be fair, grilled chicken as an option is fairly bland at most places. And everyone does their own thing to try and spice up the blandness of the chicken. It's just a basic protein, but it's a really good protein, and it's my protein of choice, which is why I was happy to be able to do this type of challenge. But it's a solid choice. The barbecue sauce is decent, not anything really special about it. It's just a tangy barbecue sauce. That's the Carl's Jr. barbecue grilled chicken sandwich. Last up is the Jack in the Box grilled chicken club. I went with the grilled chicken club because like a lot of the other places, they don't have a basic grilled chicken sandwich like Wendy's. And with McDonald's and Burger King both discontinuing them from the menu, I had to find what I could, even though I went out blindly thinking, oh, grilled chicken sandwich, no problem, I'll find it wherever I go. Not so much. But this is a grilled chicken club from Jack in the Box. It has a grilled chicken patty, lettuce, tomato, mayonnaise, and it's got bacon on it as well, which I guess qualifies it as a club. And it's on grilled sourdough, which is also different from a traditional bun that I got on the other two sandwiches. Let's give this a try. Right off, the flavor is different. The chicken just happens to be in there. And like Carl's Jr., they went with the iceberg. So, it's all right. It's got a crisp to it. But the real difference is the bread. Being grilled sourdough instead of a traditional bun does give it a different kind of dimension to the sandwich. That's actually not a bad sandwich at all. It took me the second bite to get into everything with the chicken, the tomato, the bacon, the lettuce, everything involved. And it's actually a really tasty sandwich. It's kind of unfair to have to rank these three because they are actually three very different chicken sandwiches. On the one hand, you've got the very basic Wendy's sandwich, which is just a grilled chicken patty with lettuce, tomato, and a spicy mustard. The Carl's Jr. one has the barbecue sauce, which differentiates it from the two other sandwiches that I tried on this challenge. But then you add the sourdough and the bacon and all to the option from Jack in the Box, which I know is not nationwide, but they are in different regions of the country. It's actually a really good choice, and I would probably rate this one as the number one sandwich because of the grilled chicken sandwich options that are out there, it's the most interesting one. It probably also has the most calories on it, which probably makes it a better flavor choice. As far as a basic chicken sandwich go, you cannot go wrong with the Wendy's sandwich. Carl's Jr., also a really good choice for a sandwich. So these are all kind of like a three-way tie because they're so different from each other. I would recommend any one of these sandwiches. Again, I tried looking at McDonald's, Burger King. I even tried looking at KFC. And KFC doesn't even offer a grilled chicken sandwich option. Now, I recorded this episode on a Sunday. Otherwise, I would have gone with Chick-fil-A because I know what a Chick-fil-A grilled chicken sandwich is like. But even then, I think Wendy's, Jack in the Box, and Carl's Jr. has the grilled chicken sandwich from Chick-fil-A beat. Not that it's a bad sandwich, but they're all good, solid choices for chicken sandwiches. Well, I'm still hungry, so I'm going to continue eating. Remember, adventure is out there.